live from Studio B. Celebrating Earth Day, it's the Cassandra Show. And here she is, Cassandra.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the brightness of day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry and watch them grow. They'll learn much more than they'll know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I see babies cry and watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you very much, everybody. Welcome to this Cassandra Show with Kenny, my sidekick and ever faithful. He's like my Sancho Panza, Don Quixote. Maybe he's probably, I don't know, I'm probably Don Quixote and Sancho. Wait, that's not a donkey. Well, you could be a donkey. My sidekick. Like Shrek and Donkey. That's what Kenny and I are. Shrek and Donkey. But interchangeable. Sometimes I'm the donkey, and sometimes Kenny's the donkey. Well, welcome anyway. It's the Cassandra Show. If you have any special song you'd like to hear tonight, especially if it's related to the theme tonight, which is what, Kenny?
Mother Earth.
Mother Earth Day. So I'm going to go right to a selection that is a really great song that I was working on earlier today by Cat Stevens, actually. And the song is called Where Do the Children Play? Well, I think it's fine building jumbo planes. I'm taking a ride on a cosmic train, switching summer from a slot machine. Yes, you get what you want if you want, if you don't get anything. No, we've come a long way. We're changing day to day. So is that this all started back in the 70s. Silent Spring, very famous book by Rachel Carson, which was she was the one that started the whole environmental protection, raising awareness about what was going on. The book is famous, Silent Spring. I've never read it all, but I'm familiar with it and have read sections of it through articles I've read about, the environmental movement that started in the 70s, and here we are, where, Kenny? 2023, and we still have so many problems out there, like climate change, which unfortunately some people think is fake news, or, and I'm going to quote Trump. I think it was him that said something to the effect of, if climate change is so bad, why is everything getting so warm? No, what was it? I don't think cold is so bad. I don't know. There was some dopey. I wish I had that like right up the top of my head. Anyway, polar bears and penguins. What do we know of these? I'm quoting my own show and my own song, but that's okay. So these songs have been in existence since the late 60s and 70s, when people became aware of how dangerous chemicals are and all the different things we're putting in the water. And so that's what the theme is about. Celebration. At the beginning I did a little Louis Armstrong. He didn't write it, but the song What a Wonderful World, because it is a wonderful world. And we have to love it to want to save it. So this is not like a telethon, but I curated some songs to do tonight that I felt reflected the mood of the urgency of what's happening. And what are we doing about it? It seems futile. It seems futile sometimes, not like feudal, like a kingdom. Like it seems hard to keep throwing your stuff in that plastic bin and think you're doing something. The recycling thing. Because I think it's clearly bigger than that. But it's going to be, unfortunately, here it is. I'm going to do a positive song after this doomsday thing, because it's going to come down to big governments taking care of stuff. So that Kenny should play that panic sound again. And unfortunately, it's always darkest before the dawn, but if the sun goes away, I'm just kidding. That won't happen, but who knows? So many parts of the planet are becoming uninhabitable. And where Kenny and I live right now, that's not happening, but we live near the ocean, so clearly things could change rapidly, right? Not to mention the fact that, we're still reliant on things that we haven't developed solar energy. I'm gonna have to call my dad out, because my dad, and my sister's here, my brother-in-law's here, anybody that knew my dad, he was pretty progressive. He read, what's the science magazine? Popular Science, stuff like that. He was a really brainy guy, but he was talking about solar, back in this, I can remember when I was a kid, him talking about things like that. And, it should be certainly, I don't know, shooting lasers. What was that thing we saw with those kids that are sending a balloon up to deflect the sun? Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's perfect intro to my next song. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold winter. Little darling, it seems like years since you've been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. blue, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright, it's alright. Here it comes. So here's, this is obscure, but I found this song. Thank you very much. If you're joining us here at the Cassandra Show, we're here every week, except when I'm out of town gigging. Last week we were in Provincetown at Tin Pan Alley doing a gig, which was a real blast. We had a great time. It was really crowded, great crowd. And, some funny people too, like funny, like not haha, like funny, like get away from the piano, which it happens, whatever. But it was great. But I learned this song, and I'm familiar with this composer, Tom Lehrer. If you're a fan of satire, thank you. Satire parodies, this guy's right up your alley. This song is called Pollution. And it's by Tom Lehrer. And it's, you'll sing. Okay, let's see if I can pull it off. Okay. If you visit American City, you will find it very pretty. There's just two things that you must be aware. Don't drink the water and don't drink the air. Pollution, pollution. They got smog and sewage and mud. Turn on your tap and get hot and cold running crud. See the halibuts and the sturgeons wiping out and eye detergents. Fish gotta swim and birds gotta fly, but they don't last long if they try. Pollution, pollution. You can use the last toothpaste and then rinse your mouth with industrial waste. Just go out for a breath of air and you're ready for Medicare. The city streets are really quite a thrill. The hoods don't get you the carbon monoxide bill. Pollution, pollution. Wear a gas mask and a veil. Then you can breathe long as you don't inhale. Lots of things that you can drink, but stay away from the kitchen sink. Throw out your breakfast garbage on a hunch. Then the folks stream down will drink it for lunch. So go to the city, see the crazy people there, like the lamb to the slaughter. They're drinking the water and breathing the air. Pollution. Something we don't want, by the way, but that's a song about the environment, right? I'm gonna go old school. Here's a little Neil Young, After the Gold Rush. Well, I had to stand on nights in armor, come and saying something about a queen. There were peasants singing and drummers drumming, and the archers split the tree. There was fanfare blowing to the sun, there was floating on the breeze. Look at Mother Nature on the run in the 1970s. Look at Mother Nature on the run in the 1970s. I was lying in a burned out basement with a full moon in my eyes. I was hoping Young, he's always good for a little social justice. Here we go. Here's going back a little ways. Joni Mitchell. Here we go. Actually, I just read an article in the newspaper about Penn Station. It was last week Times. We read the New York Times every Sunday, although it's costing a small fortune. But we like to support newspapers, so every Sunday we get the Globe and the Herald, just because we like to read,
Both sides.
both sides of the story, because that seems what it is. But anyway, the New York Times is such a great newspaper. It's so thick. And anyway, there's a debate now about the area around Penn Station, so arguments about, housing and some older buildings that will probably get demolished because of it. So progress versus, what am I doing? There you go. They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Big hotel and a boutique and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Ooh, ba ba ba. Ooh, ba ba ba. Hay from trees, put up a tree museum. They charge all the people $1.50 just to see 'em. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Ooh, ba ba ba. Ooh, ba ba ba. Hey, farmer, put away the DDT now. Give me spots on my apples, but leave the birds and the bees, please. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put in a parking lot. Ooh, ba ba ba. Ooh, ba ba. Late last night I heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi came and took away my old man. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Don't it always seem to go that they don't know what they've got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Ooh, ba ba ba. Ooh, ba ba ba. That started off rocky, but then it went okay. That's why I stopped playing. I'm like, let's make this part a cappella until I figure out what the hell key I'm in. I was transposing on site, and I looked down, I'm like, what the heck key am I in? That's it. Yep, live. It's live. We're all live here. I see some people watching. Like 2, 3. I don't know. It's hard to tell on here. Anyway, thank you for joining us this evening. Earth Day. Kenny and I are going to donate money. I was going to put up a little thing, but I'm like, we're going to donate. Kenny's going to do trees, and I'm going to do the ocean. So just a symbolic gesture of trying to do something. All these organizations need money. They probably need staff, too, because I feel like everywhere we go, there's help wanted signs. Don't you feel that way, Kenny? He's walked away for a moment here. Bless you, dear.
Well, thank you.
It's allergies. We were out actually doing some yard work. I was going to say dard work. Doing some yard work. Putting up a new fence actually. It was very...
Keep the cow in.
Yep. So keep the cow in.
And the chicken.
Right. So here, anybody have any requests? No. All right. Well, I'm just going to move along to... because Earth Day, it's also about people too. So any injustices, add to the whole problem of climate change. There was just a report this morning that we were watching about, it certainly wasn't here, but even here in this country, when you look at all the rain that fell, the storms are getting bigger, there's tornado season. I don't know how people rebuild after that. This last round of tornadoes, or all of them recently, to watch people, lose everything against something that, there's nothing you could do about
No
that.
control.
It ain't a movie. And even in the movies, like those disaster movies, what is that one you like? There's two. There's The Day After Tomorrow. Is that a weather one?
That's
That's
yeah.
the one with Dennis Quaid, and he's a scientist. No, Dennis.
Jake Gyllenhaal as
Right.
his son.
Right,
And,
yeah. I do
New York
enjoy a
City
good
Library.
disaster film, but now it seems like some of this shit's coming true.
Yeah, right.
So I'm not sure that's such a good thing.
And then Twister, of course.
Twister, of course, which I thought was so foolish, but I did enjoy it for its campness. I don't know what I'm saying. What else was on my? Oh, I know. Here's all right. Now this is more of a statement about. Whoops, wait, where did it go? I'm going to the 80s for this song, but some of you will know this. Sleep I know. What Kenny and I are working on some stuff. Like I discover tunes sometimes when I do a little theme, and then I'm like, oh shit, we got to put that on our list. So Kenny play the bass for it. We're working on some funny stuff too. What's the not the Talking Heads. We do a few Talking Heads. They have a couple good songs too. There was a few songs I found that were related to Earth Day that I just. Johnny Cash does a version of Don't Go Near the Water, which was a 1970s version. But then on, what album is it? The Beach Boys.
Surf's Up.
Surf's Up, the first cut is Don't Go Near the Water. You can look it up and listen to it. I can't post stuff like that. The Facebook likes to shut you down for copyright. Actually, they don't shut me down for all the other tunes I do, but a few times I've gotten flagged in like a couple territories. I don't even know what that means. Somewhere maybe where they don't even get internet. And are they really looking at the Cassandra show? I highly doubt it, but anyway. Yeah, anyway. So that's Midnight Oil. I love that tune. Yeah, when it came up on one of the lists, I saw, oh my gosh, I haven't heard that song in a long time. There was something else. Oh yeah. So, you know, I have this also. So I'm just gonna pull. This is this is a great little song. So, you know, controversial artist, but who isn't? So I'm not going to do the whole cover because it goes on, and I could use like a bass player on this one too, probably. But tune in because next week, are we here next week? Yes, we are. We're going to add some stuff. I have a couple original things, but I'm going to wait till next week to debut 3 or 4 songs as a collection. What about sunrise? What about rain? What about all the things that you said we would gain? What about killing fields? Is there a time? What about all the things that you said was yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice all the blood we shed before? Did you ever stop to notice the earth is crying out for more? What have we done to the world? Look at what we've done. What about all the peace that you spent your only son? What about flowering fields? Is there a time? What about all the dreams that you said was yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice all the children dead from war? Did you ever stop to notice the crying earth is weeping shores? Now I don't know where we are, all I know we drifted so far. Hey, 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 hey. it goes on way more than that. And Michael Jackson, Earth Song, right? Yeah, he's controversial for me, I have to admit it. Here's another, I'm going to switch to another artist here that I'm a little questioning my cover of this tune, but I'm going to try it because I really love this song. Oop, that's not it. Same artist, different. All right, let's see. I'll just show you a little bit. You know, mercy, mercy me. Things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Where did all the blue skies go? Poison in the wind that blows from the north and to the east. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Where did all the blue skies go? Poison in the wind that blows. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, no, no. Radiation underground in the sky. Animals and birds who live in there are dying. Poison in the wind that blows north and south to the east. Radiation underground and in the sky. Animals and land how much abuse from man can she stand? Oh, no, 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 no. My sweet Lord, no, 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 no. No, Lord, my sweet Lord, no, no. No, na, 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 my sweet Lord. Lord, my sweet Lord, oh, mercy, mercy me. Marvin Gaye. Quite the social justice guy himself, wouldn't you say that, Kenny?
Indeed.
Indeed, Kenny says. All right, well, you know, I went just by this next artist. I don't think, no, what is the song? This is not really about the earth, but we could go off track, couldn't we, Kenny?
Absolutely.
Any requests? Anybody have any requests? What else did I curate for this? Love it. One of my favorites of all time, me, Kenny on bass drum. Mrs. Adams is watching. Hello, Mrs. Adams. If you're still here. Thank you for joining us this evening. Here we are at the Cassandra Show again. Well, Well, all right, listen, this has nothing to do with anything. That's why I'm going to do it. Because, and I'm sure he's not watching, but one of my fans down in P-Town, when somebody requests something and I know the song, but I may not have the chart for it, or I don't feel confident just winging it, I will try and learn it for the next time I see them. And with this song, there was no way for me to transcribe anything because I didn't have a piano. So I bought the music, and this is not about the environment, it's about Maude. So here's the theme from the television show Maude, which they did talk, that's a Norman Lear show, so they talked about all sorts of topics there that are still relevant today, and they were ahead of their time. Climate change, women's rights, all sorts of things. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can get this. All right, good. Godiva was a freedom rider. She didn't care if the whole world looked. Joan of Arc with the Lord to guide her. She was a sister who really was falling apart. Betsy Ross got it all sewn up. And then there's Maud. And then there's Maud. And then there's Maud. Thought an uncompromising, enterprising, anything but tranquilizing. Right out Maud. Well, it was. Thank you for letting me do that, because I feel like we did it and the bar was crowded, and even the people that requested it were like crickets. It was like dead. Hello, is she playing something? I don't know. Is there a pianist in the room? I'm not really sure. It happens. What are you gonna do? Remember that show though? I used to love that show. I thought she was pretty inappropriate and great. So here's, I'm gonna add this to my list because it fits the theme. Maybe we do need a revolution. We need a revolution for many things. Homelessness, poverty, we could get it together, I think, maybe. The climate. I believe in us. Don't you know they're talking about a revolution and it sounds like a whisper. Don't you know they're talking about a revolution and it sounds like a whisper. When they're standing in the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of the means of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment line, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Don't you know they're talking about a revolution that sounds like a whisper? Poor people gonna stand up and get what's theirs. Poor people gonna stand up and take what's theirs. Don't you know you better run, 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 run. So you better run, 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 run. And finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution. Yes, finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution. No, no, no. Talking about a revolution. No, no, no. While they're standing in the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment line, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Don't you know they're talking about a revolution that sounds like a whisper? And finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution. And finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution. No, no. Talking about a revolution. No, no. Talking about a revolution. No, no, no. Kenny was in the other room. We just saw that. That was a whole other show over there of Kenny entering the room and tripping over some things. Luckily he wasn't hurt or anything. Let's see, what was this is a name. I wrote a name of a book I wanted to read on the back of my little cheat sheet of songs over here, and I'm like, I can't sing that book. All right, so that was Tracy Chapman, of course, who I love her, and she made me think of this other artist that I'm going to do, little Bruce Hornsby, and I don't know, it feels like it fits the theme a little bit, so that's just the way it is, but it isn't, because we can change things. I guess that's what my theme was. go, 'cause you don't look like they do. Said, hey old man, how can you stand to think that way? Didn't you really think about it before you made the rules? He said, son, that's just the way it is. Some things will never change. That's just the way it is. Oh, but don't you believe them? Oh, yeah. That's just the way it is. I passed along 64 to give those who ain't got a little more, but it only goes so far. 'Cause the law don't change another's mind. I always see it, the highway line is the color that this color bar. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. That's just the way it is. It's just the way it is, it is, it is, it is. Here's Hornsby. A righteous artist on his own. Like, he writes great tunes, great voice, great songs, and an amazing piano player. It writes such great stuff. He toured with after Jerry Garcia died and the Dead went on, he was their pianist. He toured with them for at least a year. I don't know. I'm bad with those kind of facts. But anyway, he did play with the Dead, Bob Weir and Mickey Hart. I think it was the Further Festival. That's what it was, what they were touring as. I'm trying to think of who else was on that tour, like with them. Anyway, I don't know. I plead the fifth. I don't remember anything. Yeah, just kidding. So, Kenny didn't know we were going to do this, and we don't have the guitar lined up, but it's a good song for today. It's perfect for Earth Day, like maybe stop, look, what's that sound? There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there telling me I got to beware. I think it's stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going on. Battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds, getting so much resistance from behind. We gotta stop children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and carrying signs, mostly say hooray for our side. So stop, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Paranoia strikes deep into your life, it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come and take you away. Stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going round. Well, that was unexpected. Don't you think, Kenny? I think that fit the day. Really, thank you for joining us this evening. I hope that you've enjoyed some of the selections that we chose. I say we, because Kenny is always part of the process. Some of these tunes I wouldn't even know if it wasn't for Kenny. So, there's that. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possession. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. And so for my last song this evening, I feel like this fits Earth Day in just a different way, right? So here we go. This is a little Carole King. I feel the earth move. Show here tonight, the Earth Move. I think Kenny and I are going to we have two songs we like to do for enders, closers, enders. And, Kenny's going to join me now on a little Crosby, Stills, and Nash. And then we'll do our real closer. So it's like we do what a lot of people do is we pre-plan our encore. Whether you think we're good or not, we're going to give you an encore. I'll light the fire, you place the flowers in the vase that you bought today. Staring at the fire for hours and hours while I listen to you play your love songs all night long for me. Only for me. Our house is a very, very, very fine house with two cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you. It's true. Ooh, we're getting married too. I light the fire while you place the flowers in the vase that you bought today. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week on the Cassandra Show. Well, we're going to have a few surprises for you next week. Not only will I have some new original songs, which I was supposed to have tonight. They're here, but I didn't feel confident yet. So next week, and I may have a special guest next week too, so stay tuned. In the meantime, happy trails. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling on to then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Oops, sorry. Happy trails to you till we meet again. Let's save the planet. Together we can do it. Thank you for watching, everybody. It means a lot to me. Be well, my friends.